So I believe most of you guys have installed your lab, right? Kali Linux or whatever, and other stuff, VMware, right?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
I installed, but I don't know how to start or where to start.
Don't worry. Today you will get to know how to start.
Sir, I have installed it, but it is very very slow.
How much RAM you have given to your Kali Linux,
Uh, I think 2 GB. Think so.
and how much RAM your base system has?
Same. It's the same.
Okay, so your laptop is going to die for sure. Right. So, if you are having 8 GB RAM, then you have to give at least 2 GB to Kali to
No,
operate.
sir. The thing is, I don't have my laptop here.
Okay, okay.
Right.
Okay. So, let me launch my Kali. Today, we are going to do information gathering and scanning, right? And we will try to even perform Google hacking. And so, no, we are even going to perform Google hacking as well. It's not like Google hacking. We are going to use Google to fetch or you can say to gather information about our target. So let's start. Actually, in live workshop, I usually record. Uh, just 1 second. What are you doing? Sorry. Enjoy is in mood today. Okay. So actually, when I took whenever I have taken any sort of live training, I usually record the practical session so that when we are live and there is any sort of interruption, you guys can see it out. But it's the first time that I will try to perform everything live. Like even in lab, I'm going to perform live. So this is our Kali, which we are going to use obviously. And this is our Metaxploitable 2 operating system, which is target. Remember, Metaxploitable 2 is our vulnerable operating system, and Metaxploitable 2 will be target. So, in the meanwhile, let's try to analyze which sort of information we can gather. So, if we are having a target, yeah. So, for instance, there is a website called cosmicskills.com, and we are going to gather information about cosmicskills.com. So if there is a website called Cosmic Skills, it means there would be registrar, right? Someone would have registered it. If there is a website, it means it is being hosted somewhere. So hosting info. If it's website, it means there would be some IP address. There would be a server OS. Getting information about server is called banner grabbing. Rather than this, there would if there is server, it means there will be port. Actually, I forgot to tell you guys yesterday. Uh, if you are using any sort of end device, there would be 65,535 ports that can be TCP or UDP as well, right? So our work is to scan these ports and get to know which port is open. By default, a lot of port is reserved for a specific purpose. For example, port number 80 is reserved for HTTP. Port number 443 is reserved for HTTPS. I think there is some net problem. I'm pausing my video. Okay. Now, anything else which we can scan? If you guys are having any idea, you can ask. You can say like what else can be done over here. If there is IP address, it means we can get to know whether that is static IP or dynamic IP. If there is hosting, it means even we will get to know whether it's dedicated hosting or shared hosting. So let's see even if you are able to find IP address, which will be of course public IP. So with the help of IP address, we can get to know about location. So this will be our target. Again, whatever we are going to do, that is for educational purpose itself. Or you can even take the official target, like Facebook. You can perform your attacks on Facebook. Yeah, I'm going to explain when I will reach over there about dedicated and shared hosting. Facebook.com or Microsoft.com, you can select target accordingly. You can select any Fortune 500 company. So don't try to, until unless you are not having prior permission to attack or to gather information about any specific target, don't perform any sort of attack. Even information gathering, it's a bit noisy on the firewall. So I'm going to launch my web browser, and I'm just typing this.
Manish, sorry to interrupt.
Sure.
Someone is waiting in the Zoom meeting. So can you admit them? Yeah.
Okay. Okay, 2 people. Oh, thank you. Actually, when I start, teaching, I usually forget everything. So even I think 2 or 3 more people will come. We have to keep this thing open. Yeah. So I just wrote who is, right, and I have got a lot of hits. I'm going to open the very first one, and second one. It's the basic thing actually. A couple of week back, I saw advertisement on Facebook that was from Flipkart.com with a different spelling, obviously. And those people were giving iPhone 11 at 2,999. And even I was able to see comments of some morons who have already paid them, and they were waiting like, okay, when I will get my iPhone 11 at 2,999. So what I did when I Googled that, I did what, I copied that URL, and I was here. I just wrote the URL name. For instance, here I'm going to write facebook.com. Just like that, I copied the URL and pasted it over here. And I saw that that particular URL has been registered just 1 day before. So I even shared a screenshot over there saying that, okay, so this Flipkart is being owned by you guys because you guys have registered this, domain a day before. And I actually, even I counted the comments of people who have already paid money and they were expecting for iPhone 11 at just 3,000 rupees only. And when I counted, I found out like there were 17 people. So just think for a while, just in one night or one day, 24-hour campaign, he would have just invested, I think, hardly 1,000, 2,000 or 5,000 rupees. And 17 people have given 2,999, approximately 50,000 rupees. So it's 10x investment, return. So that's how conmans are playing. So yeah, even you can do this sort of things. If you are getting any sort of advertisement and you think like, okay, why this advertisement is so cheap, or why this offer is so great, so just copy the URL and try to gather information about that URL. You will get to know a lot of information. Even you know, there is something called hiding your identity. So I think in Cosmic Skills we have hidden our identity, but the con person usually don't hide their identity. So when we purchase any domain, we have to give our name and address. So if you are lucky enough, you will even get the detail of the guy who has purchased that domain. So as you can see, even our everything is hidden. You won't be able to get information about me, or the at on which particular ID or at which address this domain is being registered, right? So this is information gathering. The the who is record now. I want to know, like, if this is if the website is cosmicskills.com and it is hosted somewhere, it means there would be one server, right? So I want to gather information about that server, whether it's Linux server or Windows server. And gathering information about server is called banner grabbing. So how to gather information? There is a website called Netcraft actually. Net Okay, so they have changed their interface.
Manish, are you recording, right?
Yeah, yeah, I'm
Just
recording. Yeah. Let's cross check again. Yeah, I'm recording. Still, I think a couple of people are not available. Either they will be late or uh, they won't be able to join. So that's the side effect of being teaching cybersecurity. They have completely changed their interface here. So even I'm looking for the part where I was supposed to check domain register, service provider, hosting company, I am services, security, certified. Okay, so they have even started their own course. Okay, it's not here.
what
Manish,
exactly
can
you are
scroll down?
searching?
Actually, I'm searching. There was a search tab here. We have another way around too. There was a search tab here where we were able to paste the URL and we were able to see the
Yeah, can you
running.
scroll down, Manish? Can you scroll down? It's in the bottom. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
here it is.
yeah.
Actually, they have completely changed it. Initially, it was on the topmost, and due to this thing, only this Netcraft become very much popular. So if I'm still, it's not that much reliable. Uh, we use tools too to gather information. Yeah. So let's see what we are getting. There is a firewall. There is one firewall as well, and if we can, someone is waiting. If we can scroll down, let's see whether we are able to get information. And there is a server Nginx. Nginx is Linux. So if you are able to find the server information, that part is called banner grabbing, right? So if you are finding any sort of word like banner grabbing or something, so just get to know like if they are trying to gather information about the OS of your target. Rather than this, even there is a add-on called, I think I'm using that add-on, Weblyzer. So just this add-on is very much quick actually. If I'm going to visit my website, for instance, I want to gather information about cosmicskills.com. So I'm visiting the website cosmicskills.com. You have to wait for a while, and after getting hits over here, just click here and see the beauty of this thing. It's CMS based website, PHP language, there is a CDN, or there is a firewall, and if you scroll down, you can see there is Nginx server as well. Web server is Nginx. So there are plethora of ways to gather information like this, but yeah, being a cybersecurity guy, you have to, you don't rely on actually one tool. You never know what will go wrong. Just like right now, Netcraft was going wrong. No. So someone asked me like, what is this hosting, like dedicated and shared hosting? Lalita asked, right? So I will try to explain it the simpler way possible. I beg my pardon for not being so much technical.
Okay.
So the thing is right now, see, if you are in Delhi NCR, I'm talking because I'm in Delhi NCR, so I will explain about Delhi NCR itself. So here you can find two sort of society. First one is tower-based society, like there are tower 18 floor, 20 floor, and then there is farmers sort of people who are ultra rich, who are having Fords, Mercedes in front of their house. So if you are in a farmhouse or you are having your own house, right? So that house is yours. Like you can probably say that, okay, you want to send something, you can send postcard at this location. So that is dedicated house. That's your house, and that house is of your family. But if you are living in tower in a society, so you can't say that this tower is mine. In a tower, there is 18th floor, and even if on each floor there are only two flats, it means there are 36 family living over there. So that is shared stuff. That house is being shared. So just like that, dedicated hosting means a server on which only your website is hosted, and shared hosting means a server on which lots of websites are hosted. Means out of 1 TB memory, they are just giving you 1 GB or 2 GB just to make yourself up and available. So if you want to check whether a website is having shared hosting or dedicated hosting, so it's pretty simple actually. You have to launch your terminal.
For share hosting, we can say GoDaddy is a type of shared hosting server, right?
No, no, actually GoDaddy is the guy who provide hosting. They provide both hosting, shared as well as dedicated.
Okay, okay, okay,
How much you are going to invest.
okay.
So here is my terminal. Let's see whether Cosmic Skills is having shared hosting or dedicated hosting. So I'm just typing ping.
Manish, we can
Yeah.
say, Manish, we can say so that the shared hosting would be cheaper than the dedicated
Yeah, shared
hosting.
hosting will be super cheaper, ultra cheaper actually. You will be getting at the 1/10 price of dedicated.
There would be nearly, yeah, there must be nearly no security, and with
Yeah,
the
exactly.
dedicated one, they'll be giving some part of security.
It's like
Right,
obviously
okay.
if you are if you are living in a building, and if on your floor if a flat is compromised, obviously the guy who has compromised that flat is having access to your main door at least, right? So that's how you usually don't suggest people to go for shared hosting until or unless they are just beginners or they are starting some blogs and something like that. So I'm typing ping C. This is the count. I want to just send 2 packets, and I want to send packets on Cosmic Skills. So I got one IP address. Let me copy this IP, and I will go back to my server, URL actually, not server, and I'm going to paste it here. Enter. So just because I'm using firewall, I want to be able to visit that website because that is not the actual IP of my website. Actually, this is security. But if you are visiting any firm, any company, for example, let's take ping taxi to facebook.com as example. Okay. So here is the IP of Facebook. I copied it and I'm going to paste it over here. Enter. And you can see I'm able to get this Facebook. So this is the best example of dedicated hosting. It means on that server, there is no other website rather than of facebook.com. But if there is shared hosting, you won't be able to, for instance, my blog is on shared hosting, I think. Uh, Intentionally, I have kept it on shared hosting. So what I'm going to do, in taxi 2, and I'm typing bhardwajmanish.com. I'm getting this IP, copy it, paste it over here, and you can see forbidden. So this is the best way to get to know whether a website is available on shared hosting or dedicated hosting. So in short, this means that the Cosmic Skills guy are rich, they are investing in security, and this Manish Bhardwaj guy is poor and he's not investing on security. Now, let's see what more we can do. So we get to know about hosting information, we get to know about IP as well as static dynamic. Now, with the help of that IP, we can get to know, we will try to know the ISP, who is the ISP provider or who is the service provider, not ISP here. Here will be server provider actually. So let's go back again this time. And this time I'm going to launch my website. So, okay, so password was open. I have to change my password just after the class. Yeah, so there is a website called whatismyipaddress.com. Let me click here and let me copy a IP. I copied the IP. And after opening this website, you can see on the top right, there is option of IP address search, right? So I'm gonna copy my IP address here and I will click on search. And you can see the ISP is, Sucuri, and here is latitude and longitude as well. So many of the time, the con guys, they don't, opt for this sort of securities. They are like, oh, yaar, purchase something at cheaper price. Anyhow, we are going to play this game for a couple of days. So let's try to make as much as we can. So in that case, even you can get, with the help of this latitude, longitude, you know how to pin something. Like this is the office of Sucuri. It is the server location of the Sucuri. It's not like the actual address of Cosmic Skills server. Or you can even use Google Earth. But this Google Earth is being used for OSINT. I don't know whether you guys have heard about OSINT or not. The full form is Open Source Intelligence. This intelligence people, for instance, if I'm a criminal, I uploaded a picture, and with the help of that, my Facebook picture, intelligence people try to track down at which particular location this picture was being shot. So that the process of getting to know about this sort of thing is called open source intelligence. It's very much fun. Actually, it's fun. Again, beg my pardon for using Hindi. Actually, I'm trying to learn Hindi. Okay, so let me copy the latitude. I'm trying to show you guys that many of the time this bigger company usually update long latitude and longitude just for security purpose. So let's see whether it's actual or not. You won't be able to know whether it's actual or not until unless this particular location is taking you deep down somewhere in ocean. It's taking us in a field exactly. I'm pretty much sure there won't be any 3D effect as well here. Yeah, so if I'm going to drop my this 3D guy, okay, 3D effect is available. So actually this is all part of OSINT. I don't know whether you have seen in news or not. Many times you have heard news like one is able to see a couple who are dead 5 years earlier. One is able to see his father and mother who died 10 years ago with the help of this Google Map, right? So even the government has banned this thing, this 3D effect, due to security reason. So you can gather a lot with the help of just Googling. And as I have told you the very first day, cyber security is 60 to 70% of information gathering. Now location is there, banner webbing is there. Now this was the part where we used Google, and again we are going to use Google, but let's try to play with Kali Linux as well.
Angelo.
So there is a tool. The name of the tool is Nmap.
Kaun ka hai?
Hummus salami.
Kaya kaun?
Burger King चा burger. घरी काय नाही आणलं.
Nmap.
पोट दुखेल तुझं.
फक्त केचप बॉटल.
Someone is talking, sir. Please mute.
होय का?
Okay, so the full form of this tool is Network Mapper, and with the help of Nmap, you can scan the whole planet. So if I'm typing tac help command here, you can see this is help command, and with the help of this command, you will get to know a lot of information. For example, I'm going to use something like TACP. TACP stands for port number. Like one can use a particular port number, or one can even scan the whole range of port number. And then there is something called TAC-O or -O or -O. With the help of this thing, you can scan the operating system, right? So let's try to scan our target. For this, I'm going to launch my MetaXpert table as well. And in the meanwhile, let's scan any target. For example, I want to scan Facebook.com. Enter. Okay. No one is in waiting room, right?
तो काय म्हणा बर्गर किंग मधून बर्गर खाऊन आलो.
Someone
कोण आले का?
is talking about burger.
Yeah,
I'm feeling happy.
Vijay sir, I think you are unmuted, sir.
Sorry. Accidentally I was up.
Vijay sir, if you will unmute yourself and talk about Burger King now, then you have to send something for me as well. Okay. So as you can see, port number 80 and 443 is open, and this 80 and 443, everyone. See, this port number 80 and 443 is by default reserved for HTTP and HTTPS. If you want to, okay, my target is up and running now. So this is our target. Remember guys, after launching a MetaXploit table 2, you will get two sort of thing, like you will get this sort of terminal, and you can see username and password is written over there. Username is MSF admin, and password is MSF admin as well. But when you will type the password, you won't be able to see it. So don't be panicked. And I want to check the IP address. It's 10.0.2.5. One more thing which I want to show you. When you have, if you are able to install Kali as well as Metaxploitable 2, make sure both the operating system are in same network. For instance, my Metaxploitable 2 is in NAT, and even my Kali Linux is in NAT. So if both of them are in the same network, then only you can scan them. So let's try to scan our target. So right now what I'm going to do, I have no idea what is the IP, though I have checked the IP is 10.0.2.5. So what I'm going to do, the command is ARP scan. Actually, this is a part of advanced, but still I'm trying to give a rough idea about penetration testing as well. When we perform pen testing in a company, so if I'm in your company, so you are never going to tell me how many computers are there and on which computer which operating system is running, right? So it's our work to scan the whole network and get to know which operating system is running. So ARP scan, and TAC-L stand for the listening on the local host. If I click enter, you can see I'm getting four IPs actually. By default, IP number .1, .2, and .3 is reserved for virtualization. So our target is 10.0.2.5. I want to know which operating system is running on this particular target. The command is nmap TAC-O, as you remember that time with the help of help command actually. I show you guys like, yeah, TAC-O is used for detecting operating system 2.5. See, those who thinks like cyber security is like black magic in movies. They just type something and they are getting everything. So it's not like that. Cyber security is something like this itself. You have to scan. You have to do a lot of things. You have to be very much patient. Okay. So as you can see, OS detail is Linux. Even it's showing the kernel version 2.6. And rather than this, it's even showing how many ports are open and what are the service which is running on those ports. So by default, on port number 80, HTTP runs. On port number 443, HTTPS runs, but 443 is not enabled on our target operating system. So even I want to know which software is running for these services. As you can see here is HTTP, but I have no idea with the help of which software HTTP service is running. So what I'm going to do again, I'm going to show you that help command, which is nmap tac help. And let me scroll up. And there is a switch called SV. SC is here, here is SV. It will let you, okay, so is here. So it will let you know about the open ports, as well as it will even let you know which service is running, which software is running on your target. So let's use that. Nmap tac SV 10.0.2.5. Enter.
Manish, what is the command that you used for scanning the IPs?
ARP scan. Hold on.
ARP.
Yeah, that was ARP scan.
It's not
This
working on my
TAC-L.
Okay. ARP scan minus.
This nmap is available. It's open source and it's available for Windows, Mac, as well as Linux. So even you can install it in your Windows computer if you want to scan your network. And as you can see, last time we were not getting this version information. And this time we are even getting the version information, which software is running on which port number. So this is very much handy when you are trying to perform pen test. These versions are very much handy. So let's see what more can be done over here. Rather than this nmap, there is a tool called ZenMap. It was pre-installed in Kali, but now they have removed it. Actually, it is GUI version, graphical user interface of nmap. but again, it's not that much reliable like Nmap. I use Nmap all the time. No.
Suppose if you want to install these applications, from where do we download these apps?
Which app actually?
AppScan or
These are
ZenMap?
the tools which are already pre-installed in Kali Linux. If you're downloading Kali, it is already there. Or else, what you can do, you can download. For instance, I want to download ARPScan. So what I will do, I will launch my web browser, and I will see whether it's available on GitHub or somewhere or not. So
Okay. Okay.
GitHub, and see it's here. Now, how to download any tool? It's good that you ask this question. Those who don't know how to download any tool in Kali Linux or Linux, you have to just copy the code here from GitHub, and then you have to just type git clone, and you have to paste that code. Make sure that the code, that URL is having extension .git. Press enter, and your tool will be downloaded. If you want to update your Kali Linux, the command is apt-get update. And even you want to upgrade as well. So I do what? I usually type this apt-get update, apt-get upgrade, and it will ask you a lot of time, yes or no, yes or no. So by default, I give it force yes. So you will press this command and your update will start. But I don't it's, whenever you will update Linux, there is 80% chance that something wrong will happen for sure. So what I usually do, once there is an update of Linux, so I will wait for some time. I will wait for the community reaction, and then I usually update myself. And same is happening with Mac nowadays too. Okay. So this is a little bit about information gathering. You can try to gather a lot of things. With the help of Nmap, you can even scan whole range. For instance, I want to scan Nmap, and I want to scan port number 80 of my target 10.0.2.5. And you can see a particular port is being scanned. Even I can scan a range of ports of 445. And you can see all the ports are in between 80 to 445. You can even scan the range of IP address. I want to scan from .1 to .7. And you can see only .5 is open with these ports. And then .2, .1 and .3 is there, but there is no open ports. Or if you are getting results something like this, the ports are filtered. So it means there is some firewall, or there is something which is interrupting your scan. You can scan whole internet. It's super simple. Just select any random IP. For example, if I'm typing what is my IP address, I got this IP. I can just type nmap, and I can paste, oops. The IP is 1.23.98.111. Or I can scan from .1 to .255, something like this. But please don't try this stunt, because it doesn't, you don't know how many defense IPs are in between that. So I have performed this stunt, and security force were at my doorstep. So until or unless you know you are playing with home, don't perform this stunt. Now, any question till now in information gathering? I'm pretty much sure a lot of you guys are confused, like we are using terminal and we are trying to scan our target, right? So, okay, someone has sent something. Yeah.
So Manish, this is the output I got. I have hosted a Windows machine in AWS.
Mm-hmm.
So I just opened this 443 port alone in security group in AWS. Okay.
Mhm.
But I'm still able to find 21,554 and 1723 when I do a nmap for my mission.
Okay.
So how it is telling it's open? I think it's closed, right?
No, open means, see, the thing is, this is open source tool as well. So there is a chance of false positive as well. So I can't say like whether it's open or closed until unless you are performing the same command once, twice, or thrice. And even there are other sort of tools as well. So maybe it's either it's open or it's false positive. So that is the reason why when we perform any sort of pen test, if you are using tools, so the cost of tools, like if you are, if there is a company called Cosmic Skills and if they are saying like they want to perform pen test, but they want to perform pen test with the help of tools. So the cost of the costing which will be involved behind the tools will be very much lesser. But when like when human is involved, when a guy manpower is involved, so we do what? After scanning our target with that particular software, we cross check each and every finding to eliminate the human error, right? So there might be your port is open or else it's a false positive. So if you
Okay.
want me to scan your network, let me know your IP. We can give it a shot in our free time.
Okay, sure. So is it safe to share the IP to you?
It depends how much you trust me. Okay, so what I'm going to do, you are using AWS, right?
Yeah.
So there is a
So
tool
this
called
is
Paku.
another output. This
there
is
is a-
another output. I use the SV option in Nmap.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so in that I'm getting Apache HTTPD as the application name, but I'm not able to get the exact version of the application. So when you typed, you got the exact version, right? Apache.
Yeah. So see, actually, that is vulnerable, right? So it is intentionally created in such a way that a guy can get maximum output.
Okay.
But
Fine.
for AWS, see, I have shared a tool name which is Paku, right? It's from Rhino Security. So if you can use, if you learn how to use this tool, so you can check your AWS instance as well with the help of this tool. Like it's having everything,
Oh, okay. Nice.
but it's a bit tough to understand it, of course.
Oh.
Okay, so someone said, Lalita ji said like, yeah, it's a little bit confusing until unless you guys are not practicing it. Believe me. See, let me tell you something. As you can see, when I started my Kali, you can see the name of the host name has changed to Arya. Actually, in today morning, I started a class to a guy who is in 7th standard. He's from Mumbai. He is pretty much comfortable with Python. I cross-checked. He's pretty much comfortable with Java. He knows HTML language. He knows PHP language. And now he wants to learn cybersecurity. And at my shock, when I was using Linux, he actually knows more than 50 Linux commands. At the time when I was in 7th standard, I was just trying to understand whether Gangadhar is Shaktiman or not. So this is how the world is going on. So at this if you are not practicing it, it will be very much confusing, believe me. And a lot of you people have even enrolled in penetration testing, which is going to happen in next week. So in pen testing, 99% of the work will be on terminal itself. So please make sure that you are practicing, at least you are getting comfortable, very much comfortable with the Linux command line interface. It's just couple of days. It will take just a couple of days to get very much friendly. Once you will understand it, you will be like, oh my god, it's super simple. Like it's better than Windows operating system. Now, so it was this was the part of scanning and information gathering. I will suggest you guys to download Nmap. I think even I have downloading Nmap in my Mac as well. Nmap. Okay. So okay, it's not. Check that well. I think I might would have removed it. I would have removed it. So you can download it and you can scan like every IP, everything you can scan. It doesn't matter whether it's printer, cell phone or whatever. Now our next topic is one of my favorite topic, and that topic is called Google hacking. Google hacking doesn't mean that we are going to hack Google, right? One day, yeah, I think yesterday or the day before, we talked like Google knows about us more than anyone, right? Google knows everything about us. So even Google is downloading everything. Whenever you are searching anything, for instance, if you are typing Manish Bhardwaj, you will get a lot of Manish Bhardwaj over here. And no one has given permission. Even I have never given permission to them to download stuffs and everything. So this is my channel. I don't know who is this Manish Bhardwaj. This is my Quora. This is me, and there are other Manish Bhardwaj as well. Okay, this is not me. I don't know who is this. So you can see there are a lot of Manish Bhardwaj. So the first result, the first hit, which is 24,000, like it's in 7 figure actually, right? 244K or more than that. Result in just 0.4 second. So this is not the actual result. After writing Manish Bhardwaj, whatever I have received over here is from the hard drive, you can say, or from the data center of Google. Once I will click on any of this, it will redirect me to the actual internet. Or you can say that those were the cache page actually, right? So so just like Google has downloaded a lot of things, we cybersecurity guy try to get the desired result from the another way around. So how this thing works? First, try to understand how Google download each and everything. So there is something called a spider, and there is something called crawler. And when they work together, they are called bots. So what are these bots actually? These bots, the work of bots is to roam across the internet. Okay. So this work of these bots are to roam across the internet. They roam across and they try to download websites from internet. Whatever you are uploading on internet, they try to download that stuff in their database. And if you are not going to stop them, your whole database will be in the data center of Google. So actually, Google is having its own bot. Apple is having its own bot. Baidu, this Chinese Google is having its own bot. So all these search engines are having their own bots. So how you can stop? First, let's try to understand how you can stop Google from downloading your stuff. Let me launch. Let's take the example of Instagram actually, or let's take the example of Facebook.com. So as you can see, after launching Facebook.com, so I launched my Facebook, and on this Facebook there is plethora of information about me, like a lot of friends, numbers. I talk to a lot of people and a lot of things. Now Google might download all of these things, all my contacts, all my photo and everything. Whenever you will see any data leak on internet, you will never get images from Facebook or Instagram. Usually, if you will go for image search, you will get images from different social networking rather than Instagram or Facebook. Rarely you will find these things. Why? Because they know how to stop the Google, and even you can stop Google with the help of a simple text file. The name of that file is robots.txt. It's a simple text file. Let's see. So facebook.com, even Facebook is having robots.txt. Enter, and you can see for Apple bot, whatever is allowed. See, whenever a bot is visiting any website, their first work is to check robots.txt. If there is no robots.txt, it means they are going to download whatever they can find. And if there is robots.txt, they will check for the permission, whatever is allowed. If something is allowed, they are going to download that. If something is not allowed, they are not going to download that. So you can see here, album, checkpoint, contact, moments, photos, everything is disallowed. And they have disallowed everything for individual bots as well. Apple, Baidu, Bing bot, or Discord bot, even Facebook external hit. A lot of tools are there which work parallelly with Facebook ads account and something like that. There is Google bot. There is Google bot for image. So you can see they have they have created a specific rules for each and every bot. If I scroll down, you can see what is allowed. You can see safety check is allowed, videos are allowed. Initially it was not allowed, but for Telegram bot videos are allowed. Okay. And for Yandex, nothing is allowed. There will be data use policy as well, which would be allowed somewhere. Full data use policy is allowed. That is the reason why if you are searching something on Flipkart, that particular advertisement is following you on every website. So this is how one can control Google from downloading their stuff. Now, what if Google has downloaded the data and you want to fetch that data? That is the best part actually. And that part is called Google Hacking Database. So in short, Google Hacking Database is nothing but advanced Googling. So I'm going to use some keywords, and with the help of those keywords, I will be able to get my desired results. And those keywords are called Google dots. There are keywords like URL, in URL, file type, and then there is site, stocks, all in URL. A lot of there are a lot of actually Google docs. So let's try to play with them. So I'm going to delete each and everything. Let me roll over to the Cognito. Okay, and here I'm going to search something called hacker. So let's see how much hit I'm getting. As you can see, I'm getting hit in 3 to 5, 7 figures, right? Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to filter it. So I'm just going to type, see this part is called URL. This blue part is called title, and this black part is called text. Title, URL, text. So I want to use this, see this result first, 9 figure. I'm just typing in title. It means I'm telling Google like, dude, I don't give a damn whether this hacker word is written in URL or text. Just make sure this hacker word is written in title. If I pressed enter, you can see the results are being filtered to 7 figure this time. And all the results are having hacker word written over there. Okay, 12-year-old hacker. Hacker, hacker, everywhere is hacker. I'm just typing, for instance, if I'm typing in URL and I want Bhardwaj Manish. So I'm giving instruction to Google, and in instruction I'm saying like, dude, I want Bhardwaj Manish written in URL. So as you can see, I'm just getting 10 results with Bhardwaj Manish written over there. First one is my website, and then there is other stuff as well, right? How policemen use this thing, right? So I can just type in text, and for instance, I am typing here my company name, Azure Skynet. What they do usually, they usually search for the words which are not, you know, officially allowed to use. Like for instance, in text, join, you know, black hat hacking group. So this is illegal. So they will search here in text and the keywords, and all the website of the world which is having that keyword available will be in front of you. You can see it's being highlighted here. Thank you so much, sir. Okay. So there would be something called Azure Skynet written over here as well. Azure Skynet. I have to open that, then only I can see that. So this is how those stuffs are. Now, these are the basics one. Now, if I want to download something, like as we have seen, government has banned you know, torrent, and which is good somewhat. Somewhere it's good, somewhere it's bad. As we have seen, even on torrent, there is Kali Linux repo from where you can download the stuffs and everything. So a lot of things has been, a lot of websites has been banned. So if I want to download something, again, whatever we are going to do, this is for educational purpose only. Index of, I'm diehard fan of Suits TV season. So I did what Suits season 2. So even I don't need to download the stuff from torrent. You can see all the things are available here in just one click. Just one click and I'm able to download the episodes. Index of whatever you want to search, movies, TV season, anything. In title, this is a different sort of dork. Index of MP3. I'm going to download a song, right? And see how simple it is. There is a movie called Agni. I don't know why I always download song from this movie. So try to understand this thing. I have told Google, like, dude, in title, I want index page of Agnipath movie in MP3 format. As we all know, index page means the place, like we have our books, there is table of content, page number 80, Wi-Fi hacking. You can jump over page number 80 and you can start studying, right? So this is how this command is as well, instruction is as well. I told Google, like, in title, I want index page of Agnipath movie in MP3 format. And you can see here, it's one click download. Sometimes it's risky. Like you never knows which website you are going to open. You can download any song in one click. You want to download PDF, just type PDF and your PDF name. I want to download PDF of hacking. And tada, you got the hit. You can download pre-threads of stuff. You want PPT? I want PPT of IoT. If there is any student in this training, they can take advantage of this thing. Even I was doing in my college days. So you can get PPTs of IoT. You can get PDF of IoT. So it's depend how you are using this thing. How hackers use it, that is a different story. For instance, how I want to use it, I will just type site.pk. And I want to see whether login is available over there or not. So I can see there are a lot of websites. Again, whatever we are going to do, that is for educational purpose only. Please don't try to perform this sort of a stunt. Neither Azure, Skynet, neither nor Cosmic Skills is responsible for that. So you can see there are a lot of login.
Manish sir?
Yeah.
I have a doubt in that bots thing,
Yeah, sure.
robots thing.
Yeah.
Like you have searched that www.facebook.com/robots, right?
Yeah.
It showed some robots, like some bots, some websites have these bots, right? It will whether it will show the websites which we have seen, or it will show all the bots that are available.
Actually, that is a set of rule. Like you have a website called abc.com. So you will create a robots.txt page to stop other bots to crawl your website. So you can't get to know if they have crawled how many websites. It's just for yourself. Like you are having a house,
Okay.
and the main door is of wood. So what you do for extra security, you attach the grill door over there, right? So
Okay.
that grill door is for your security. You can't
Okay.
get it's not for other ones. So that is for your purpose only. Like Facebook has created a robots.txt page to safeguard their database, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the data are being hacked each and every day. So it's just a precaution, you can say. I don't know whether you guys are following the news of Paytm mall hack or not. So the hacker is claiming that even they tweeted saying like Bitcoin karo, something like that. And they just need, they were saying like they just need $4,000 for 100 million database. I don't know who is this moron. Even if they have 100 million database, so why they are just charging $4,000? And again, Paytm is claiming like they are not breached, something like that. So this cryptocurrency is taking a different sort of turns. Even for cybersecurity, this cryptocurrency It's a very nice concept. If you are familiar, then it's great. If you are not familiar, so even I have created a course which is completely free. That is basic course. I tried to I was trying to make myself pretty much comfortable with cryptocurrency as well, because I was unable to, because I lost the track, or you can say I was not very much interested. I don't know where is that. It would be somewhere here on courses. If I'm typing Bitcoin cryptocurrency, okay, blockchain for business. It's of hardly 2 or 3 hours. So do watch it in your free time. Again, I beg my pardon if I have not explained it clearly, because I'm not having expertise in blockchain. I was just trying to do something. So here we got some login panel, and their security is not good. We are able to log in. Let's try to see whether I'm able to log in into their medical science college. No, I'm not. Good. So everything is for educational purpose only. Don't try this. Now, how hackers get their desired result? I'm typing file type, and I want PDF file, and I want file from a website called Microsoft.com. It's pretty much common. So कार कहाँ पे है? देखो ना, ब्लर इमेज तो मैंने अपने कैमरे से नहीं खींचा. ये भी कार लग रहा है, ये भी कार लग रहा है, ये भी कार लग रहा है, गुड़गांव हाईवे लग रहा है, ये भी कार है. अरे बस. Yeah. So you can see these are the PDFs. It's written over there, and they are all from Microsoft.com. Right. I want file type text, and in that text file, try to understand this thing. I want file type text, and in that text file, I want CVV written. As if you know what is CVV, or I want CV or not TXT, and that will be extension is not TXT, not TXT. So as you can see, there are some credit cards and debit cards detail with their CVV number as well. There might be working, they might not be working. Again, this is for educational purpose only. Please don't try to play with these cards. File type text. In text, I want @Gmail written. In text, I want password written. And as you can see, you might have got something like the credential as well. Next is like, I want to search about a website called cosmicskills.com. And I want, there is a website called pastebin.com. I don't know whether you guys are familiar with it or not. It's like a clipboard. You can paste your stuff over here, right? So whenever a hacker is able to successfully sell data on dark web, and they get to know like, okay, our target was to earn $500, we have earned $600. So what they will do, they will paste their database here on pastebin.com. A lot of people are doing R&D. They will be able to get that data. They will be able to get to know like, okay, a particular website has been hacked, and their data is on sale on dark web. But those who are not very much comfortable with dark web and R&D, they get to know about those things here. Once a hacker pastes all the dumps here, one is able to search it out. For example, I want to see whether cosmicskills.com database is available on pastebin.com or not. So I want to search about cosmicskills.com inside a website called pastebin.com. And you can see there is nothing. Site cosmicskills.com, you will be getting results from Cosmic Skills only. Okay. Now, what more can be done here? Even you can get the CCTV footage index of slash SHTML slash view dot SHTML. SHTML is the extension of camera, and I'm not going to open any of these camera. No one knows these cameras are for which particular place, right? And just like Google, there is a website called Shodan. This website is see, Google is search engine for us. This Shodan is search engine for end devices, all the computers or all the devices, all the mobiles which are connected to internet. I want to search about devices. I want to search about Android 7.0. Let's see how many Android 7.0 devices are right now connected with Shodan. You can see the result. If I'm going to click on any of those, कहाँ का open करूँ? US का तो करूँगा नहीं. China करता है. आजकल China से दोस्ती चल रही है. And let me click here. See, country is China, Alibaba. Web technology is AngularJS. See, we were trying to gather information. This particular Shodan has already gathered information. And see, this particular IP is vulnerable to this number of things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So much vulnerability. So even it will let you know whether that website is vulnerable or not. And it will even get you, it is powered by ASP.NET website. They are running Drupal cache. It's great. One can play with that too. So this is how hackers are trying to. You have seen they are able to find vulnerabilities in various technology. So how they are able to do that? They usually play here. If I'm typing IoT, you will get result from IoT. IoT. And here I'm typing USA. Yes.
Sir.
Yeah. Hello.
Sir, in Shodan, can we search about the how to hack the Android and Windows laptops? Anything, sir?
No. It will just let you know whether any device is connected to internet with that particular search of yours or not. For example, I searched here IoT USA, so I'm able to see these IoT devices. So it doesn't mean like there are only 2 devices, right? Due to some loophole or due to the Shodan spider and crawler, Shodan bots, they have crawled these things. So that is the reason why we are able to get it here somewhere.
Sir, where can we get all the commands for Kali Linux, sir? In which website?
Kali, you can't get commands like all the commands of Kali are available inside Kali Linux itself. Just you have to use the help switch, or you can visit their official website. And if you want to do some image search, so there is something called Yandex. It's a search engine of images. It's a pretty it's very much great when you perform open source intelligence. Just upload an image and it will let you know it will try to, its algorithm will try to work in such a way that it will show you the similar sort of images, and it will give you idea this image is from which particular place. Sometimes I upload my older images here. So open those who are in intelligence, or those who want to be in intelligence, or try to work on open source intelligence. It's completely Googling, complete Google. So any question till now?
Manish, to just update you, in Kali Linux, in the latest version, it's in the user is in a normal mode. It's not in root mode by default.
Yeah.
Okay. So for that, we have to prefix a sudo command.
Yeah.
So that's the reason I think when you are not able to execute the commands you are telling.
Actually, I have created the root one.
Yeah, but when we install in VirtualBox, by default it is coming as
Ah,
Kali
yeah.
Kali.
Initially it was in root, but now it's coming in normal one, like the $ limited user. But you can change it, like because I'm not the guy who can type sudo all the time. So I have created this su, just type root, something like that. So if you want, I can share blog in the group so that even you guys can get the root privilege all the time, because it's pretty awkward and irritating to write sudo all the time. Okay. So any question till now? Or any question from yesterday's class, because we have plethoras of time. Anyone?
So Manish, in information gathering, our primary goal is to find all the open ports, and in the open ports, you have to find which application is being used in that port, and you have to find the right vulnerability for that application.
Yeah.
Once you find the vulnerability, we can attack using the vulnerability, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if there is no vulnerability, and we are not able to get any application version name, in that case, we cannot exploit anything there, right?
No, like we try our level best to exploit that, but if there is no vulnerability, then it's very much tough. So in that case, we look for misconfiguration. If there is any misconfiguration, then we try to exploit that.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
So you were telling about, you will be telling about the IP version 6.
Yeah. I will be telling. It's not the right time, because it is in like when we will use Metaxploit, no? So there is a scanner in Metaxploit as well, IP version 4 and IP version 6 scanner.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So I will be covering that. Don't worry.
Okay.
Any other questions?
So Manish, in information gathering, you will email phishing attack. Will it come there? So it is a different type of attack.
Social engineering attack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, in social engineering, we will not email attack. We are going to create some phishing page. We will try to understand what exactly is this phishing, not phishing, ID and homograph actually. What exactly is ID and homograph, and a lot of things.
Manish, what is the password for root on Kali? Is it a common password?
Initially, it was a tour, the opposite of root, but now you have to create your own password.
Oh, okay. So when we are switching over to the root, we need to set a password.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Initially, by default, it was root and tour, but now they are on a different level, so they changed the privilege. So you have to create your own super user.
Tour as in TOOR.
Yeah.
Back reverse of root.
Yeah, reverse of root. Any other questions? Yesterday there was a lot of question. Today there is limited question. No one recorded yesterday's session, because I think the very first day someone was saying like, can we record? And I was like, yeah, you can record. Oh, no one recorded. So I have to create the whole text file and everything. Okay, so yeah. So let's see what more we can read over here.
Sir,
Yeah.
small doubt, sir. Sir?
Yeah, hello. Yeah, I'm listening.
Sir, for example, if you join in your office, like a software engineer, software company or whatever it is, like will we join in an ethical hacking job? How to monetize all the computers? Means whatever they are doing, and how to monetize all the companies, systems, sir.
How to monitor all the systems.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So see, there is something called system hardening. System hardening means to secure a system, right? So
Okay, sir.
whenever you join any company, so if for instance you started a new company or you
Okay,
joined
sir.
any startup, so your first work will be to secure yourself, right? Believe me, each and every day I am receiving more than 100 attacks on my website, on Cosmic Skills, on Bhardwaj Manish, on Azure Skynet, because this is how the human nature is. Everyone try to hack the guy who have taught them. Is something like that. So if I'm in security, it means first I have to secure myself, right? So you have to do system hardening. Like you can, there is a myth. I don't know whether you guys know or not. If I will ask you guys which is more secure operating system, Windows or Linux, a lot of you people will think like it's Linux, but it's not like that. Linux is open source. Open source means all the code is available over there. I can take it out. I can play with that. One of the in between them, the most secure one is Windows. But the thing is, when we installed operating system, we always opt for custom, what you can say, not the custom version. There are two sort of version to install, right? Recommended version. So when you install any operating system in recommended version, it means you are skipping a lot of security check. But when you will install any Windows in recommend custom version, you would that there will be a lot of security check where you can select it. Like by default, you can create an admin password. By default, you can create a BIOS password, and so and so on. So if you want to secure your system, your company system, always opt for system hardening. System hardening is nothing but checking but the checkpoints to secure any particular operating system. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Manish, you told about Nmap, right, for scanning.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any other tool to do this scanning? Maybe any
Yeah, there are a lot of tools actually. There
any
is
paid tools which can get more results?
there is a tool like if you want to go for a GUI interface, there is a tool called Maltego. I don't know whether it's installed inside Kali or not. Even this tool is used for open source intelligence. I'd say it's used for open source intelligence as well. So you can try this tool. I have already written blog on here, basic blog actually. Its paid version is being used by department people, I think too. A lot of a lot of department people are in contact with me even when they ask me to suggest any tools. So I usually recommend them. Maltego is one of the greatest tool. So you can try this Maltego. Like its search algorithm is something somewhat different. For instance, if you are having my cell phone number, you can use this cell phone number to cross check like this cell phone number is available on how many websites, uh, and on that website how many email addresses are available. On that website is reverse like shared hosting or dedicated hosting. So this is how the stuffs are. One thing I forgot actually. Let me show you that too. There is a website called UGIT Signal. With the help of that website, you can get to know in shared hosting how many other websites too are hosted on the same platform. For example, my bhardwajmanish.com is on shared hosting, right? So here is reverse IP lookup. Okay, it's a little bit slow here. The meanwhile, you can see Maltego is up and running. So this is the tool which you are asking about. This is community edition. This one is free, but you can go for its pro version, and believe me, it's work like magic. So I'm typing here bhardwajmanish.com. Okay, service is unavailable. Little bit security, or you can say gmail.com. And on Gmail server, this much Gmail website is available. Microsoft.com. On the same server of Microsoft, this much website is available. All of them are of Microsoft itself. So what this is called reverse IP domain check. And that was your tool, sir, Maltevo. So do follow this blog. It is completely for information gathering, and it's paid one, and it's worth a shot if you are good enough to gather information and you want to spend some bucks. So this is the tool which you will love. Okay. Any other questions? No question.
Just how to change the root password on Kali.
Yeah, I will share the link with you guys so that
Yes, please.
every one of you can change yourself to root.
No, because I tried root and tour, it isn't working even in the login screen.
Actually, the command is su root. I forgot.
I pasted that command. I typed that command, Manish. So
Okay.
it's sudo passwd root.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if you ask for new password, you can enter the new password.
Yeah, it is something like that. Only. Just a couple of
Vijay,
commands.
can you type it in the chat, Vijay?
So it's there in the chat window. I just now I typed it. So I'll paste it again.
Sudo password root.
Okay.
So it will ask for new password. Once you enter the new password, it will be the new password.
And then you can log in with the same credential.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Vijay sir is silent today.
No, my son is troubling from backside, so I'm just a bit quiet.
Well, actually, I think all of us are trying to configure the system. So
Okay,
that's why the questions are pretty less.
Okay. So we can do what? Please try to configure your system today itself, right? Because we are already past 3 days, and next 2 days are pretty much full of bloodsheds, right? We are going to use a lot of things. A lot like tomorrow we are going to learn about this Metaxploit framework. Tomorrow we are going to talk about malwares and a lot of things. Day after tomorrow it will be about web application, website vulnerabilities, attacks. So that will be completely practical based approach. And all of these things, all of the labs are pre-installed in Metaxploit Table 2.
So Santosh Kumar has shared something like OS INT tool in Maltago to me actually. I don't know why he has shared to me. Santosh, I think it was to Manish, right?
And Enzo is here again. Enzo is thinking like why this guy is talking to laptop. Why he's not saying anything?
Sir, a small doubt.
Yeah, sure.
Sir, in Windows, we create a password in login, not on Kali Linux, in Windows 10. By mistakenly, if I enter I forgot the password or I enter the password correctly, how to bypass the Windows 10 login, sir?
Actually, there is Rainbow Crack. Yeah, there is a Rainbow Crack, or I think brute force attack doesn't work on Windows anymore. And there are a lot of sticky keys, and there are a lot of other options as well.
No, sir. I heard we can use USB for bypassing the login, sir.
See, the most simple way is to reboot your system. All your data will be there until unless you don't have BIOS security. So if you have not BIOS security, if you're using Windows 10, right, and you are having a lot of data in your laptop, just use a USB stick with Windows 10 and reboot your system. Everything will be there except the C drive. And one more thing, there is I am forgetting the tool name. Actually, it's been a while since I have performed attack on Windows, because nowadays we are only playing with servers, right? So anyone can remember the tool? Like there is a USB tool where Windows XP is installed, I think. So what is that tool name? Anyone here who have rough idea?
Can you repeat your question?
Actually, there is a tool to bypass. Just give me some time. It's somewhere here in the in this area, but I'm unable to remember the name. That tool is USB based only, and by default there is Windows XP or Windows 98 installed. Con boot or something. I don't remember the name actually. So I will let you know once I'm able to recall it.
Sir, you can use a USB rubber stock, sir. I mean, for bypassing the Windows login.
I didn't get you.
USB rubber stock, sir. Like it's like a pen drive, but it's not a pen drive actually.
That's rubber ducky.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. So actually, it's a type of malware, hardware-based malware.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, that is different thing actually. That is a hardware-based malware. So you can use that to monitor stuff, to usually what can you can say, to create a backdoor and a lot of things. But I have never used that to bypass Windows security, so
I
I
guess
can't say much about that. So rubber ducky is fun actually. Even I have used that tool because there is a habit of a lot of people to use pen drive. So
yes, sir.
just it's
Sir,
super simple. Just open that
can
rubber
you?
ducky, take the pen drive and give it to anyone, saying like, okay, there are something, and if they insert, so there is auto run virus.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, someone was asking
Sir, sir, can you suggest any hacking devices, sir, for hacking laptops or cell phones?
something. Devices, it's like there is hacker RF, but that is hardware tool based, right? There's
Yes.
rubber ducky. Rather than this, I actually give a slot to Kali itself. I am the guy who believes in vulnerabilities, and according to me, if something is not hackable today, might
Sir,
be after some time it will be
what
hacked.
about Raspberry Pi?
Raspberry Pi is like a small computer, a small CPU.
So
So
can
in
we
in
use
that
it?
Raspberry Pi, you can install Kali Linux. It's like a computer, nothing else.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay.
So Manish, one question. How to remember this port name? Actually, frankly speaking, today I gave CompTIA security SY501.
Mhm.
Drastic disaster, not clear. Some question came from this side as well. I know some areas practical experience is not there on networking and purely software. So some areas are definitely caused back that problem. But major challenge is with the remembering the port number and the name, like FTP21 has to be there. But
Yeah.
I cannot mug up, frankly speaking. So
Sir,
how to remember this thing?
actually, sir, I will tell you when I started this. Even I was facing this sort of problem. So in my study room, I stick that stuff only. And now what happened due to practice? Each and every day I'm performing practicals. I love to play ETFs, right? So over the time I get to remember those sort of things. There is not any trick to remember that like OSI layer. Either you have to stick something over there or else take 10, 15 or 20 machine, pen testing machine, CTF machine. And once you will try to pen test them now, at the end of the day, you are going to remember that. And these, ports are such a pain. Even I can feel you. Many of the time, even I forgot the ports. And it's pretty tough to remember these much. Like there are more than 1,000 common ports. Who is going to remember those? Okay,
Especially
so
you're coming from networking, then it is difficult to remember such things like you're not practicing. That's another challenge which you have.
actually, the thing is, I wanted to make my career in networking as well. Like I'm CCNA certified. So when I started playing with networks, I started using Cisco Packet Tracer and JNS3. I found that whatever we are doing over there, no, it's already available on internet. You don't have to use your brain until unless there is troubleshooting. And the game of port number was pretty. I know it was such a pain. That's the reason why I quit the networking background. I was like, no, I'm not going to make my career in networking. My cybersecurity is good. Here we have to think. Here you know what you are going to do. What is the output? But if you want to make your career in networking, so then it's great. Actually, I salute you. There are layers games and a lot of things. Someone asked the question like, what is Ubertooth? Actually, I have no idea. I know about Bluetooth and I know about Uber, but what is that Ubertooth? I have no idea. And why using hackers? Actually, I didn't understand this part. Why using hackers or why hackers are using it? So why using hackers? I don't know why hackers are using it, because it might be helping them, because each and every day a new tools are coming over there, and they're pretty much helpful for everyone, for especially the black hat hackers or the pen tester who are performing attacks on various sort of websites. And okay, any other question?
Manish, a quick question here.
Yes.
So once we find a vulnerability, so Is it possible for you to demonstrate us to how to pass through that vulnerability and attack that system?
Tomorrow in Metaxploit, I will show you a small example. Like we will try to there will be a Windows 7 machine with firewall on, but I will install any software which is vulnerable, and then we will try to bypass that.
Yeah. So once we get into that machine, we'll get full access, right? For
Yeah,
for that server.
full access. Actually, our motive is to get root access. Actually, the $sign.
Okay.
Okay. Any other question?
Okay.
Ubuntu is an operating system like Windows, Linux, Mac. Ubuntu is Linux based operating system. Just like in Windows, there is Windows 7, 8, 10. Just like that in Linux, there are different sort of tests. Ubuntu Linux, Red Hat Linux, Kali's Debian Linux, something like that. Okay. No more question. If there is no more question, I can, teach. Sir, can we hack an Arduino? Sir, it's completely depend on the vulnerabilities. Remember, the main motive of penetration tester is to rely on vulnerabilities. Everything is hackable and nothing is hackable, depending on the vulnerabilities. If that is vulnerable, yeah, you can play it out with Metaxploit. They're like the tool which we are going to study tomorrow. With the help of that tool, you can hack the whole planet actually. But actually, the thing is, I'm not in that part, Arduino-based hacking and something like that. And even in IoT hacking, this thing required expertise, or you can see R&D. I'm the guy who can play with network, web application, Android application, iOS, and cloud. Okay, so I'm waiting for another question. Actually, this live training is fun. Like there are a lot of professional people. Many of the time when I take live training, there are a lot of basic students who ask all sort of question. Like even I was waiting, why no one asked like how to hack Facebook? Okay then. So I think we are done with the questions. So
Sir,
do
1 second, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
If we try to hack Google, will they know that we are only hacking from this location?
Everything.
Yeah, they will know exactly. If you will try to hack Google, so there is actually Google has there is a bug bounty program. Google has officially stated that if you can hack me, please hack me and report.
Oh.
They will give you money. Like the biggest amount is I think $25,000. So they will get to know. Obviously, they will get to know that you are attacking them from which particular location, until unless you are using some IP SOCKS proxy and something like that. But remember, if you are on internet, if someone is going to trace you back for sure. Until unless you are using some standalone system in some standalone area. If you have seen Mr. Robot TV season, so that's how they use their devices. So if you guys are fan of cybersecurity and you guys love to use OTT platform, then there is a system called Mr. Robot. It's completely cybersecurity based system. Whatever we are doing here, everything you can see over there. The Nmap command, the Zenmap command, the netgraph, the reverse IP, and a lot. So, any more question? Yeah, great. Okay, then please install device, your system, Kali Linux and Metaxploit table, because next 2 days are again very much practical, and next 2 days will be much more advanced sort of practical. Because let me show you tomorrow what I'm going to teach. I think it is here somewhere. So tomorrow we are going to cover Metaxploit as well as malware as well as Wi-Fi hacking. So 3 things we are going to cover tomorrow. And the day after tomorrow, this is theory, this is theory, this is theory, this is a practical one. So maybe the day after tomorrow class will be a bit bigger, and tomorrow class will be might be 15 or 20 minute, extended.
So Manish, for Wi-Fi hacking, we need that Wi-Fi adapter, right?
Yeah, USB adapter.
So without that, we cannot perform that, right, from here?
You can use it like you can use pen drive. In your pen drive, live boot your Linux operating Kali Linux and live boot your system. You can do that too, or you can dual boot your system as well with Linux. So there too you can get the access of Wi-Fi. And believe me, Wi-Fi hacking is one of the most outdated thing in the world of cybersecurity.
Oh, okay.
Due to Zio, everyone is using Wi-Fi, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So any chance of hacking using Bluetooth? So is it possible to
Yeah, there is
to a
something.
device using Bluetooth?
There is something called bluejacking, but the Bluetooth is a stuff which is very much very much what you can say rarely used actually. There is something called bluejacking. With the help of bluejacking too, you can play around with Bluetooth or either RFCs. So even there is a command in Kali. There is hardly 1 or 2 command about Bluetooth hacking as well. So and even if you are trying to hack something with the help of Bluetooth, you will be getting limited access. Limited means very limited, not even the limited, super limited access.
Okay.
Okay. Okay then, let's meet tomorrow. And if you want, I will be uploading this video link. And those who are not available yesterday, I will create a text file and I will share with you guys. And even I will give you some link of videos which is available on my Cosmic Skills platform. Okay. I have seen all the season, sir. You can hack Wi-Fi using lazy script. Okay. Okay then. See you guys. Good night.
Thank you.